they really opened up for Dom a lot more than they actually thought that they were going to. And afterwards, when we were debriefing, they were like, some of the like common sayings was like, I can't believe we just sat and talked for an hour and a half or 2 hours, and like we shared all of that with him. Like, we don't normally do that. And I was like, well, you felt safe and comfortable with him.
Rather than go in as an art therapist and have like scheduled sessions, let's just say with children or families, my time there is also spent with supporting youth advocates and other advocates within the shelter environment to maintain that therapeutic milieu, so that every interaction has the potential to improve and make the space a therapeutic space.
For me, I believe it's important to help children see connections between the safe adults they're used to and new ones who are providing those safe and healthy outlets for their feelings. I think it's also always beneficial for the kids when we model positive and appropriate, like, working collaborations.
I like to reference Dr. Bruce Perry talks about, like, he's done a ton of work with trauma. He has an entire institute and organization that focuses very specifically on the effects of trauma. But he talks about how, like, the impact that a community has is and can be more powerful than like scheduled therapy. So, for example, he talks about how, someone who, like a child who's experienced trauma, can go to the barber, can go to the school, can then go to an after school, like, athletic program. And if the barber and the teacher and the coach are all interacting with this child in a way that is not judgmental, is really about not what's wrong with you, but what's happened to you, and is supportive and kind and consistent, the impact of those three people throughout the day is going to create a wash that has such a greater impact than what would be like scheduled therapy for 1 hour a week. And so I like to think about the work that I do at the shelter is like that. Like, how can we collectively, what can I do as an art therapist and working with my colleagues, what can we do collectively so that any family that comes to us feels that wash?